Starting now, it says. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. No coffee today, me sad. Tea today. Caught a little bit of cold. California doesn't make it hard to leave, kind of. It actually got pretty chilly the last days. And guys, I tell you, Monday was the worst air quality I've ever experienced. There was a pretty big fire like 4 miles away here, and we got all the smoke from that. It was like sitting in a fire pit without the heat. So the smoke definitely has taken its toll, so I'm a little bit sniffy. I apologize for that, and please ignore any unwanted noises that may come along your way during the stream. Last stream today from the West Coast, so to say. Coffee machine already packed. No, actually the coffee machine stays here because it has a fixed cable and it's different plug outlet over there in Europe. So, but the coffee machine has done its duty in the last 3 years, so that's fine. Yeah, last stream today. Tomorrow the system gets packed, or maybe on Sunday. Maybe I keep another day for work. But hey guys, hey chat room, hey CB Dorn, greetings from Brazil, nice. And yeah, so this is kind of a little bit emotional today because yeah, as I've said, last stream from the West Coast. I have 5 more days left in California, leaving on Tuesday back to Europe mainland, and then off to Spain, going to the southwest coast of Spain. At least gotta stick to the weather pattern, huh? So, and we have a wonderful library to check out today. Thanks for sending that over, Ben Osterhaus strings, or Ben Osterhaus. We did a stream not long ago with his Sospiro strings and a bunch of other stuff that he's released, and he has a very unique approach on sampling. He's a cellist, I think, himself, or multi. I think he plays the violin and the bass as well, and crazy guy, just crazy talented. And he released a new library which is called Oscillation strings. Let me quickly switch the screen here. I think we can keep a little bit music running in the background until we get started. And love from India, thank you very much. Love to India. And where are we here? There is I think formerly it was Contact Hub. It is a new website. It's now called Loot Audio, and they are distributing the library. It is on intro sale for I think another 10 days or something. Yeah, 10 days. So regular it's $75, so you can get it for $60 right now. Hey Dario. Vibe Drill, tone it down a tad. Leave some room in the chat for the others. And hey Charles, thanks for following. So Oscillation strings was released 2 days ago, I think, and it's kind of tough to describe in words, so we really have to take a look at and listen to it to get an understanding of what this library can do and what it sounds like. It would be wrong to say it's just an ostinato library. That's just not true. So, and Ben also kindly provided a giveaway copy for today's stream. That means the usual drill. I have prepared a Facebook post, so the only downside is for this giveaway you need to be on Facebook. If you are not, hurry and get an account so you can take part in the giveaway. There is a Facebook post that I will link in the chat, and all you gotta do is leave a comment below that Facebook post. And Hey, MD Ahmad. Yeah, pretty much all set to go. And as usual, we are using a page called commentpicker.com. So just so you can see, real time right now we are looking at 15 comments. As usual, I likely think this is going to increase over the course of the stream. Doggies, keep quiet. And yeah, let's jump straight in and check out the library and what's on offer. So you be quiet. There we go. Did I load it already? Oh, well, that doesn't work. There we go. Oscillation strings. Let me just reload from the get-go. It is not a contact player library, so you need the full version of contact to run the library. I think 6.3.2 and above. I am on 6.4.2, I think. Oh god, which version I'm on? 6.4.2, correct. So you need the full version of contact to run the library. It's not a library panel library, just so you know. This is the interface, oscillation strings. So let's take a quick look. Master volume should be self-explanatory, reverb level as well. Hey Leveler Beats. Hey Stefano, by the way, didn't see you there. Thanks for stopping by. So we have violin, viola, cello, and bass. We will look at all these different functionalities in a little bit. Let's reset the tempo here to 120. 6.3.1 minimum requirement. Okay, thanks David for clarifying that. So yeah, before we jump into all the possibilities that we have here, let's just quickly play it first without So that's the first impression. That's the sound as it comes out of the box without anything to it. Maybe we can turn it up a little. So this movement is tempo synced throughout the library, so you can play it back on 100. As you can see here, again, we look into the dials a little later, but you can, for example, turn it up. And you can change in between. So right now we're at the swell articulation. So a bunch of things that, I mean, Ben has great videos in depth, explaining all the individual articulations. Also fantastic demos, by the way. Check these out. This guy is not only a great developer, but also a great writer. So check out his demos. They're breathtaking. So the first articulation, as I've said, is swell. And you have these controls here. So this is pretty much when you have a swell, you have that first portion until the climax, and then it fades down again. So he called that attack and delay. And you can determine the amount from 2, 4, 6, and 8 units. Let's call it like that, because it's not notes. It depends on which setting you have here. And the same for the decay. So right now on the maximum value, you have 8 and 8. Hey Ben! Great to have you here. So any questions regarding the library, please direct them to Ben Osterhaus directly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. So we have 8 in and 8 out, so to say. We can bring that down to 2. 2 in, 2 out. Again, let's bring that back to 120. The library is tempo synced. And you can also differentiate between, you don't have to both to be the same length. So you can say 2 in and 4 out. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, or 6 in, 4 out. You get the idea. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can also, let's start in the bottom corner here. So you, depending on the tempo, sometimes you don't see a chat on YouTube. Let me check that. Let me quickly check that if there's anything wrong. I do see the... Well, the Twitch chat, if you write on Twitch, will only appear on the screen, but not in the YouTube chat directly. No, it does. Your Twitch commenting in the chat appears in the YouTube chat as well. So I see it. Unless you need to specify the question a little more. Maybe I misunderstood something. But you are visible on Twitch and on YouTube, at least for me. So, again, since these recordings are time stretched unless you work in 120 or 90 BPM, if you go too crazy with the tempo, it may sound weird. I mean, it still sounds great at 180, but if you think that it does not sound as good, you can set the tempo to half time. So there is that, and you can also do double time. Which I would rather consider as like a special effect, not really like a regular string sound. And you already saw me clicking here, so we can, at 120 BPM, let's go back to 120, we have half notes and quarter notes. So let's start with the half notes. So that's half notes. And so far we only have played these repeating notes, repeating patterns. Let's quickly jump to 90 just to check the other articulations. We have quarter notes on 90. And the fastest one is 8 notes at 90 BPM. Which you could technically do as 16ths if you double it. Which doesn't sound too far off, unless you go way higher in the tempo. So, that is the first thing that I want to do. Then we will take a closer look at the whole legato thing here in a little bit. But for now, let's switch legato off because, or no, when you have legato on, let's put it to 6 notes, for example. I mentioned that in the beginning quickly. You can change a note within the arc of the repetition samples, and that new note that you trigger will not start from the beginning, but get in at the position where the arc is. So with these 6 notes, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let's put that to 4, it's so long. Since it's 8th notes, it's actually 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means you can change a note in the middle of the arc when you're at the climax, and that new triggered note will only play the rest of the arc, not from the beginning. which makes it extremely versatile. So that means you can, like I just played, you can have the notes changing within the arc of the phrase. That applies to all these variations, to the quarter notes, to the half notes. The only thing that you can change is a note within the note. So when you are in half notes, it sounds like there's a little overlap going on. But you can change the single notes while the note is playing, so it only works on the next note that comes in the succession. Nevertheless, there is way more to it than meets the eye. So let's quickly check out the legato function, and this is what totally blew me away. When you turn on the legato samples, you have the choice between portamento and bow change. Let's do the quarter notes. Same thing as before. And just listen, I play legato. So you have these portamento transitions, and according to Ben's explanation, he said you need to trigger the further before so when you have quarter notes and when the quarter note hits, the further you trigger the new note, the new legato note, the longer the portamento will be. And it's multi-timbral, polyphonic. And the same you can do with bow change legato. So on again, same for portamento. On eighth notes, it's a little harder to trigger the articulations because you need to be pretty fast in switching the notes. But you can also trigger that, of course, within the MIDI. Actually, let me showcase that. That might be easier to understand how that really works in the MIDI. So let's say we trigger. Yeah, to start on D. So the full phrase is, I think it's 2-bar phrase because we have the. And by the way, it works pretty much in time without any track delay. So that's good. So let's trigger the legato articulation right at the top of the phrase. So a little bit legato. So as you can hear, there is not really much of a legato going on. When I move this into quickly after this last eighth, so the eighth note here is triggered on the eighth, and then I do the legato transition. Then you hear that there's the legato transition, and depending on how far you move that within that eighth note, you get more or less of the transition. And it's also velocity sensitive. So there was way less transition. So that's very, very useful to have that available. And again, it works polyphonically. So, so much for the, let's delete that. I think that makes the functionality clear. Back to the instrument. Where was I? Legato samples and portamento, the same thing. So, sounds gorgeous. Next thing that we can do, if we turn legato off, go to the back to the 8th notes, you can remember in the beginning I said when we have legato on, that you can change the note in the arc of the phrase and it will play at that position in the phrase. So it all syncs up. When we turn legato off, you can, each note triggers the arc on its own. So, hey D piano, hey D man. So with that approach, let's actually do the quarters. You can create a polyrhythmic let's do the 8th notes. Tony, I explained that these are independent controls. You can do the 6 intro. Since we're on 8th notes, it's actually 12 and 4 right now. So when you trigger them at the same time, or you can trigger them individually. So, hey Irene, this is the last stream from California. I will be off the grid for a good 2 weeks, I guess, and there will be more streams in the future, but not from this place. So I'll be moving to Spain in 5 days. So that means you can do these like flourishing patterns. Let's put legato back on and look at 2 more functions that we haven't covered yet. There is the compression feature, which, hey, sorry, couldn't read the name. Lacovipo. Anyway, thanks for following. We have this compression button. So right now, an arc works like growing and falling back, and the compression button brings that all a little more together. So you don't get that much of an arc, and you can pull it to extreme pretty much, and this is one of the things that blew me away the most. When you switch to expression mode, you are not bound to these 2, 4, 6, and 8 measure units, but then you can control it with a mod wheel all the way you want. And then when we switch on Legato again, same for the quarters. So this is crazy good. That's all I can say there. It sounds amazing. It plays amazing. The playability is great. It immediately triggers ideas. Especially, I think, when you layer that with other, either with sospiro strings or with the cello ostinatos, with the ostinato libraries. And what we haven't even covered yet is that you also not only have violin, you also have viola. So the same thing, same functionality. That's the closest thing that I've ever heard to live. It's crazy good. BB, well, no country right now is a country to live in. COVID is a worldwide thing, so it doesn't really matter. Very nice. And when we go back to more like 120-ish and use the half notes, it gets even better. So Stefano, lootaudio.com is the official distributor website. I think it's formerly Contact Hub. So and then also we have basses. That would have been my first tryout on an actual real bass. What else can we do? Let's check. There is a bunch of, you see these P icons, which are kind of perch icons. So what you can do, let's have a close look at this keyboard range here. When I unperch this button here, obviously the size of the library increases a little bit, and that way you can change the attack and decay times on the fly. I cannot really right now because the keyboard range is... So starting here on that F5, I think it is, F6, you have these first four, F, F sharp, G, and G sharp for the attack, and then you have A, B flat, B, and C for the second one, so you can trigger different combinations on the fly. It doesn't change the actual sample that is playing. So it only works, so when we, for example, go to 2 and 2, it keeps playing on 2 and 2, but the next sample will have 4 and 2. So that way you can like create different swells within a chord. Like that. And tip from Ben, doing more compression lifts the softer articulations. So you can create these polyrhythmic swells with the key switches and controlling these attacks and decay with the key switches. But obviously keep in mind that loads more samples, obviously, because all the samples need to be available on the fly. Then we have another P purge, or let's do this first. With this purge, you get these buttons here, which gives you access to... I need to go up another octave. Actually, let's switch to viola here so we have a better range. This way gives you key switches to control these four elements, 98th quarter and 120 quarter and half. So now technically we have key switches for the attack and decay, and we have key switches for the timing. Again, the same thing applies. The timing change on the key switch does not change the sample that is currently playing. So let's start with a quarter here. And I change to 8th and nothing happens. I need to re-trigger the note if I want to have that in 8th notes. But what works great is you can, for example, put down a quarter note as a bass, as a root. Switch to 8th notes. And technically you could also introduce the half notes. There's the key switch. This is something that would be really helpful if you load the full instrument, to have that on a pad control or something, and put these key switches on a touch OSC or something, so you can just click on the name that you need. Charles, I will go to the other key switches in a second. Ben is... I actually like the fact that the sample stays on the pre-selected value, because that way you can combine these quarter and 8th notes, for example. So having the quarter notes Just trying to figure out where half is. And funny thing is, when you have the other samples running, you don't hear as much stretching artifacts with these other nodes. So this is really useful to be able to switch between the timings of the samples of the phrases. And last but not least, you could technically unpurge the instruments so you have the violin, viola, cello, and bass available at the same time. That gives you another key switch range down here. And then you have the full instrument running at a good 4 gigabytes. But that means you could start, let me see if I can figure out the key switches here. Oh, by the way, talking about the pink ones, they change between swell and expression mode. Hey, Elmi. Welcome. The Bayer headphones that I have is the DT990 Pro, 250 ohms. So, okay, let's say we start, let's change. Okay, now I can key switch between these instruments. So I could put down, oh God, that would be interesting. I could put down a half note on the basses, on G. Go an octave down. Actually, let's put that on expression. So then I could key switch. I could not. There we go. Could key switch to the cellos. Say I want to have quarter note cellos. Could go to 8th note, switch to the violin. What happens when I change the speed while the sample's playing? Okay, that changes while playing. So technically, I mean, it's... Honestly, who would need that? I mean, you just load 4 instances and then you have violin, viola, cello, and bass. But technically, you could do that if you were inclined to do so. Let's switch that off. I would love to keep that going. And I want to give another try with the quarter notes and see what it sounds like switching legato off. So you get these kind of measured trills. Oh, and by the way, we could put them back to swell. 4/4. Actually, I like that as a starting point, like maybe for an idea. Quick reminder, we do have, thanks to the generousness of Ben Osterhaus, we have a giveaway today. All you gotta do for that, so you can win this very library we're looking at right now, all you gotta do for that is leave a comment underneath this Facebook post. And let's check out where we are with current entries. So what are the chances? We can ask, that's the actual embedded post. But I want to look at comment picker. We are 48 comments meanwhile. So if you want to grab a copy for free of this library, you can do so. If you don't win, you head over to lootaudio.com. The library is on intro sale for 20% off for the next 10 days, I think. The regular price is $75, and now you can get it for $60. Let's jump straight in and write a little bit with it. That's what I would suggest. Maybe we go with 140. I like that oscillating. Let's try that. That's the starting point. I'm gonna close the interface here to get going. Let's see if we can put down something small-ish. No. There we go. Okay, I want to. So when I bring that in an 8th note later, yeah, that works. So, and the trigger, let's set that to 2 and 2, not as much compression. No, actually, let's do 4 and 4. And let's turn Legato on for these. Bow change, not portamento. I gotta try which works best here. Oh no, okay, that doesn't work because when we have Legato on, the trigger function. Okay, then no problem, we can do it like this. I like that. That's pretty nice. So that's the first starting point. We have the violin. Let's duplicate that and use the viola. Just building a little bit of a foundation here. Viola, say, let's go 6 in but 2 out, so it has a different feel. And maybe here we do the legato. Maybe a little more compression on this one. Let's see. So, hard quantize that to 8th notes. And just move this a little bit. And this as well, because I want to have the portamento transition there. Actually, I want to trigger that anew. I like that. Good starting point. Let's bring the violins a little bit to the left. Violas a little bit to the right. Just want to put down just a basic ostinato on top. So nothing fancy there, just very simple kind of figures. Of course, that didn't work. Let's quickly check that. So bad at playing 16th notes. Okay, let's quickly fix that. Sorry for being so bad. Okay, now at least let's rehumanize that a little bit. Okay. There we go. Do a click off. Yeah, I want to go down again. Maybe this one. Just change it up a little. So what I would do is I would bring in another sound here. I'll use a plucked kind of actually I think which one? Let's go with CSS. So that is pits. more improvised than anything else, but maybe that works. Let's duplicate the violin chord. I have an idea. I want to try something. So let's go with eighth notes here. No, not with no, well, we'll go with legato and do the expression version. Something like that. Just a little color. I'm not sure about the last one. So there was just one odd thing that I didn't like in there. Can bring that forward a little. Oh, actually, let's re-trigger that. And I think bow change sounds better on the faster strings than portamento. Retrigger. And let's check the modulation. On this last bit, I want to go up. Up. That sounds pretty nice. So from the beginning. Actually, that second violin, let's bring that a little to the right as well. So keep going with what we have, but change this one, bring in like a root note. So that's going to be double bass. And I want to use the half notes for the root, so this is actually going to be a string low long. So let's use the bass, and now we go to half note, legato, and use legato symbols. And compress that a little more and use 4/4. Not sure if I should use quarters. I could also do half notes and trigger the quarters in between. I will figure out I will start with the half notes. Compress that a little more. So just trying to change the chord structure a little bit. The whole thing up here revolves all around like a G minor sus2. So and sus4, bring in an A and a C in. So these two, not these two. This is all just G minor with an A and with a C. So nothing fancy there. So when we do different root notes, we get some nice little chordal structures. So let's put the root notes down for the double basses. I think we can bring down the volume of these a little bit. Okay, let's see. So just some basic root note changes. Quantize that can stay there. Retrigger. Okay, what I want to do is I want to re-trigger here and change this to 8th notes. Now I just got to figure out which the key switches are. Or quarter notes in this case. So this should be... Yeah. Is that F sharp and G? One more octave. Okay. F sharp and G. So I'm going to lay down the first key switch here to define that as... It's fucking up here. I mean, I could also do a key switch map, but yeah, let's go with that as a start. Could you be quiet out there, please? Thank you. And here I want to change to quarter notes, and here I want to go back to half notes. Did it work? Yeah, that works. So you can do these transitions better. Not really sure why it's not triggering the legato transition here. Oh, that's why. And it's too short. Since we have half notes, I can trigger it way earlier. Okay, there we go. And here I want to trigger that again. So we have, let's quickly check if that worked. And then we trigger the new node again. Okay. So that is working. Let's quickly check the whole piece again so far. So for what I hear in my head, unfortunately, Ben, sorry for that, but I need to turn away a little from ostinato, oscillation strings for a second, because I want to try solo string on top. Just not sure which one. We could try Taylor. No, actually, have another idea. Instruments, good old UV. Exactly, Bohemian was my thought as well. That unfortunately takes a little moment to load. I have not updated to the newest version, but I don't want to use the fast load because the regular version sounds better. So bear with me. So long I can just talk a little and tell you guys about the giveaway today. So Ben has kindly provided one copy to give away for free for one of you lucky guys or girls. All you gotta do is leave a comment underneath this Facebook post. And if I check where we are at, we are looking at, it doesn't work right now. Of course it doesn't work right now. Get comments. 66 comments. That's way better than 666 comments. So I think we're nearly done with loading. I don't know why the first instantiation of the Verharmonic violin takes so long, but once it's loaded, it's good to go. So yeah, leave a comment underneath that Facebook post if you want to get a chance of grabbing the oscillation strings for free. If not, head over to lootaudio.com. That's the distributor. You can get it for $60 instead of... There we go, we are loaded. So back to DAW mode. So we have the string library. Just route that a little bit. That is string high long. Maybe we need some. There we go. Hey. Boop, boop. Boop. Okay, now we should be set. The color is hilarious. So that's Verharmonic. And the cool thing is there I don't need to worry about anything in terms of key switching or whatever. Okay. So that should be good to go. So kind of like that, just a little improvisation. And greatest thing ever, by the way, that I did some bad stuff here and recorded some notes that I did not intend to record. We now have retrospective record. So, ha! I don't even need to remember what I did. So that whole piece there in the end was, but I can record that again, and that was just an improv. I'm kind of simplifying it a little more. 1, 2, 3. Nah, didn't like that. That was not too bad. I feel that the chord changes are still a little unclear. So, good thing is that Ben has a solution for that as well. So let's load an ensemble library. But not time macro. Let's use Sospiro strings. Ben Osterhaus, Sospiro strings. I want to use all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 bars. Let's use vibrato. We can. I don't know if we need doubled. Kind of like that. The only thing is I need to do something with the bass there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. And there's the only thing that doesn't work. I need to change this because I'm changing the solo there to a F sharp. So unintentionally, I changed the whole game there. What I want to do is put this on a media automation. And then on the last step, I can so now I have portamento time. That's the control I put it to. So this is 2 bars, and here I can then set the portamento time to Oops, I need to keep that on the same level. And here, yeah, this is 1 bar then. So that way we have yeah, that works. Now we have only one bar. That works. Oh, what's going on there? Why are you so loud? So the only thing I need to change, need to check if there's anything odd. If we have another F going on here. We don't have here. We don't have here. We don't have here. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Keys. We could do this. It's actually a pretty nice piece. I'm gonna save that. Oh, there's now UV. Takes a little moment longer. Actually, let's use some modus, since I still have it loaded from the last stream. But I want to use the single hits or the tremolo fluctuations. Well, the chords are actually pretty nice. Let's put that just on the 1. 3, 4. Duplicate that there. Nice. And maybe try this. Did it not change the Suspiros? No, it's sitting on 2 bars. Just making sure. And we can bring this down a little. Bye, Dahlia. Somehow that whole sound, do you remember this beautiful, beautiful animation short film with the squirrel mother in the snow? I forgot what it was. No, it's actually the Gruffalo. It reminds me of the score for the Gruffalo. That was a beautiful... No, was it the Gruffalo? I'm not really sure, but that score was beautiful. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that feel. Just to read through some of the questions. Audio mix expert. I would love to comment on this. I only know orchestral tools Inspire from their video. I don't have it myself, so I cannot really give a recommendation, nor not a recommendation. I only know from what is known from the walkthroughs that are available on YouTube, etc. I think it's from what I know about it, I think it's a very good library, and you can get a lot of mileage out of it. So I think you can't go wrong, and I think OT has a sale right now with Native Instruments again, so you won't get it cheaper than it is right now. That's for sure. Entry-level library, it's top-notch sounds. That's what I think about it. Make it short. Kim, thinking about buying Abbey Road 1. I don't have it. I won't get it. Or Metropolis Arc 4. I have it. I would get it. Short answer. Hey, Ian. We need a little bit of a boom there. Nothing loaded? How dare you? Boom, 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 boom. That one. Just a slight, subtle boom. Kim, that's not true. I do have a bunch of Spitfire libraries and I enjoy them really much. It's just the latest installation that they released to me is, especially with their marketing slogan, you gotta, what was it? You gotta reinvent. No, you don't make history by repeating it. When they announced the new product, I actually had to smile quite a lot. So, yeah, it's just the same thing, different room. It may, of course, AR sounds gorgeous, but that does Lyndhurst Hall too. And Albion 1 sounds great. I'm fine with that. And I have enough Spitfire ensemble libraries. That's why I'm not getting the Abbey Road one. So this is done. I wanted to talking and working at the same time kind of often clashes, at least with my strange mind. But Metropolis Arc 4 is amazing. Let's put a little bit of a cymbal swell in there. Save, by the way. Talking about which, so for this one, for example, I do use, well, no, maybe I use damage for this one. Damage in such kind of cue? Yeah, I think that can work as well. Because we are just using the cymbals. Cymbals, cymbals and gongs menu, scrapes, gongs with effects, so performance, I think that's the one. Just a little bit of a cymbal swell there. That can get a little bit of reverb additionally and go to the left. Hey Franek, thanks for subscribing. That was pretty nice. Arc 3 and 4 for 325. That is pretty good deal. No. Yeah, that's that's like a little null chord there, only minor thirds. Just want to have kind of a little closing there for the piece. So just want to re-record from the last note going forward. Ish. So what can we do with the other strings here? We can let's see if that works. Only one bad note in there. That one. Then the violas do. Arkin, where's your message? Maybe YouTube blocked it. Let me check it. Hmm. Can't see any message. Stefan, yes, moving to Spain in 5 days. Need help with the move boxes. No, most of my stuff is on a ship already. So, Arkin, yes, I'm leaving California in 5 days. So that's my last stream from the West Coast, and the next one will be from Spain. Yeah, we can put that at the end. First one's 8th notes. That's fine. So let's try the bass. Yeah, in case anyone wonders, I blocked Debbie. That was too tough. Stefan, most importantly, because of my kids. Only the last. Make sure we get this right on the spot. So there. Now I'm gonna move that at least on the beat. Only the last one there. Stefan, is all good. It's all good. Been talking about that quite a while on the stream. Why moving over there? No, it's several reasons. My visa is running out. So the States right now, LA is dead meat. It's not really inviting to stay in LA right now. I mean, California is crazy expensive, and the only justification to pay that amount of rent and all the money that you need to pay to be on the spot and live here so far has always been to be close to where things are happening, where you can meet people, where you can go out, and all this is pretty much non-existent anymore. So there is no justification right now to spend a shitload of money to be on a spot where you can't go out anyway. So that's one of the reasons. And obviously with the whole COVID situation in the world, private reason as well, because I haven't seen my kid in nearly a year. Because they should have been here with me for the last 3 months already. But I was not able to bring them here due to COVID. They are not allowed to enter the country. So if I can get my kids to me, I need to get to my kids. Simple as that. So back to Europe, but at least gotta stick to the weather pattern. So that's why it's south of Spain now. So let's listen. That's the track we have today. No, actually, I want to have that high violin sitting even further left. And let's give me my master channel. We can put a little bit of processing on that to make it a little nicer and warmer. So, what's it called? Shadow Hills, there we go. Hello, beauty. There we go. And maybe just a slight bit of tape saturation. Could use every road? No, not every roads. I want to use JL8 tape. Where's the J37 tape? That's what it's called. There we go. So, do we have a nice preset? Abbey Road default. Let's try Abbey Road default. Alan, the solo string is very harmonic. Bohemian violin. Too bad, Ben. Wrong info. I tried the Taylor Davis, but I switched to Verharmonic. Oh, and actually the solo violin needs a little bit of compression. It's a little bit jumpy. So let's go with a API. Just taming a little bit. I'm gonna fix the solo there a little bit two things I heard. And this is actually Sospiro strings up here. But yeah, the solo violin sounds fantastic there. Just want to change that last thing. Yeah, I want to do this. I kind of outline the null chord. Is it a null? In German, it's a null chord. Is a null chord in English? Diminished, pretty much, I guess. I like that better. Can be a bit shorter. So, what can I say? Oscillation strings is a freaking great library. Especially for this kind of intimate stuff. And I think you can do way more by bringing in even more of Ben's stuff. The ostinato libraries can work in... They just sound great together. Clicked on the logo? What happens when you click on the logo? Oh. You sneaky little... Sorry if I spoiled the surprise for everyone. But that's cool. Oh, even different ones. Oh, beautiful. I think I can delete that part of the stream afterwards. So I try to not showcase that. I will take that out from the video. But yeah, let's listen to the final track. And what a beautiful library. What a beautiful, beautiful library. Let's check where we are at with our comment picker. Last call, last chance. If you want to grab the oscillation strings, all you got to do is leave a comment on this Facebook post. And let's listen to the final track we did today. Most of it is oscillation strings, just a little bit of Sospiro, a little bit of piano, and bells and whistles. Just a sub for the percussion and different solo string library, Verharmonic, Bohemian. The library is available if you don't win it today. Yeah, that's a good point. Head over to lootaudio.com. It is regularly $75, but you can get it on intro price for $60, so 20% off, which is pretty cool. And given the content, what you get, it's a really good price, that I can tell you from my understanding. Great work, Ben. Fantastic. So let's listen to the track one more time that we did today, and then we will draw a winner, I guess. And come to an end in California. Thanks for everyone for following me here and being part of this journey. It's not an end, it's just the next step, next evolution. I'm really excited about going to Spain. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna have a nice studio space there, so I will be off for a good 2 weeks, I guess. And really hope that you guys join me once I get live again, situated in Spain. Thanks so much for all the support. You can still support the channel by subscribing, hitting the like button. There's some descriptions in the bottom. Well, that kind of sounds very sad when I talk about leaving, but actually I'm not sad. I'm really excited about it. So you can support the channel on Patreon. You can obviously subscribe to the YouTube channel, which helps a lot. And thanks so much for everything. It was in the States that I crossed the 10,000 subscriber threshold for the channel, so that is awesome. I thank each and every one of you. And looking forward to what the future brings from the other side of the pond and going back to Europe mainland. Ben, thanks so much for providing the library to take a look at today. I am very impressed by Oscillation strings. It sounds amazing. Works great with other string libraries as well. Sospiro works great in there. Verharmonic solo string works great. So thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. So last thing to do, I think we're done with the stream, right? Bye. See you later. No, we're not. We have a winner to choose, so let's switch to this mode here. Quickly. Where we are. Wrong. There we go. Random comment picker. 88 comments. So I will wait for 2 more. Once we cross 90 comments, I think we should draw the winner, right? What do you say? You guys in? In for the drawing? Thanks for all the good wishes. I really appreciate it. Gonna be fun. Jet lagged and a 700-kilometer drive with the car. Yay! And Cookie comes with us. Cookie flies on his own plane. Little bugger. Pick me! I cannot decide whom I pick, because that's why it's called random comment picker. Ram! I didn't know you were here, brother. So for all the guys who are wondering, Ram is my business partner. And actually the move to Spain is also good for docu-scores and reality scores for our production music labels, because Ram can take care of the US side of things and I will take care of the European side of things, which is actually pretty good. Ram, you know, brother, I love you. Tony, Costa de la Luz, southwest coast. Very close to Conil de la Frontera. We are at the happy music again. That means we have to do a drawing. Hey, Luke. So, last chance where we are at. It doesn't get more than 88. Okay, then let's do it. Ram, stop it. Nobody is sad here. Everybody is happy. You don't need to be sad about it. And you can come by anytime. Contrary to me, I cannot come by anytime right now until COVID is done. So you guys ready? Let's draw the winner. Again, Ben, thanks so much for providing a free copy of the library. And here we go. 3, 2... Oh, wait. Let's do that. Full screen. Full screen. Right. Full screen. Full screen. So. Now, there we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Who's gonna be the winner today? Yep. Trevor Whitlock Watson Florio. What a name. That's an amazing long name. Trevor Whitlock Watson Florio. Congratulations, you will get a free copy of the Oscillation strings. I will get in touch with you after the stream, and then Ben will take care of you. Meat Puppet, that's you! Meat Puppet, congratulations! Yay! See? Only took you a year. So, okay, back to talk mode. What can I say? Thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure being here. California was great. And on to the next adventure, off to Spain. And I see you in probably two weeks, I guess. Maybe 3. Give me a little time to settle in. So, I say goodbye. Thanks to all my supporters, to all my patrons. And talk to you soon. Over and out.